It's Wednesday! You know what Wednesday is? It is time for the thumbnail live stream. And I said the thumbnail live stream for those that didn't hear what I just said. Anyway, how's it going? It's Wednesday. Did I say that? It's Wednesday. Where are the Frosted Flakes? Right there. 3 of them have been taken. My friends agreed to take boxes of the Frosted Flakes so I didn't waste any food. That was like my only caveat to doing this video. And I'm pretty close to finishing it, actually. I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, hidden, it's right behind me. Anyway, it's very light and white. Yeah, I've got my window open. Alright, so, let me just switch my camera here. What do you guys think? Just do this, like, in third person? Like you're holding the phone? I like it. Let's leave it like that for the rest of the stream. So, the way we'll start this, let me just make it a little quieter. The way we'll start this is with the Twitter contest winner, which is Control Alt Star Wars. I got some things to say about this, but before I do, if you haven't been to a thumbnail live stream before, basically there are, lower that a little bit, there are some links in the description, and there's one for gaming and one for non-gaming, and you kind of just choose which one applies to you, and then you submit your video link of the thumbnail you want me to check out. If you send me your channel link, you'll be banned for eternity, okay? Make sure it's your video link. Video link, that's very important. Okay, outside of that, I randomly pick channels. Where are you going? I randomly pick channels. This time, I'm not going to, though. I'm going to pick some channels just rapid fire, and then later we're going to randomly pick them. But what I'd like to do is get through as many as possible. It would be awesome if I gave every one of you a piece of advice. I'm not exactly sure if I could do that. It just depends on how fast I go. But I started looking through earlier, and I'm like, all right, I tell everybody like one thing. Let's try that, okay? And we'll see how far we get. Okay, cool. First of all, this is the Twitter contest. So, the Twitter contest. Let me know if the music's too loud or whatever. Everyone thinking, hey, Slavguard, you can leave, okay? I got high hopes. Slavguard, if you wouldn't mind, kick Slavguard. Thank you. All right. A Clash Across Time. What if the High Republic Jedi faced Darth Vader? Music's too quiet. Okay. It should be okay now, right? That's what you guys said last time. It's at the same volume. All right. This one. What if the High Republic Jedi faced Darth Vader is the title. And then this says a Clash Across Time in the thumbnail. Now, I watched the video, at least half of it. I'm not a Star Wars guy, I'm more of a Star Trek fan myself. But I do recognize what would appeal to a wider audience. And I think that if you separated you got Darth Vader on one side and then the High Republic on the other side, like a versus type thumbnail, I think it would immediately be understandable. Like, oh, okay, it's what if Darth Vader was versus like the best Jedi or whatever. I, as a layman, don't know what High Republic Jedi are, but if you said the strongest Jedi with a arrow or whatever, Darth Vader at one side, strongest Jedi on the other side, and a versus in the middle, then I would immediately understand what that video is about without even needing the title, okay? Furthermore, you have the High Republic Jedi in the bottom right corner, and no matter where you look, here, I'll show you, that'll be covered up with the little time thing, like how it says 4:34 on Rob's there, or 27:59 on Callaway's. That stuff is covered up. The bottom right is like where you don't want anything important. And I think that the Jedi, the High Republic Jedi, are really important in this video. So yeah, I would like try to do a versus type, half and half. Also, if your video, I'm not leaving till I see mine. Good luck. Okay, where do I submit my thumbnails? the link's in the description. Okay. What if your if your videos use actual footage? I think I would have even watched the whole thing. But because you use this art, I don't think it's AI art. Maybe some of it is, but I'm just like not visually intrigued. Your storytelling and your narration is top notch. It's great, and I think it's the reason that it's doing this well already. And by the way, for 15 subscribers, you have 253 views. That's dope, dude. That's a very, very good ratio there. So if you just used any footage, like I don't recognize what characters or whatever, so it could be anybody, but I'm sure Star Wars fans are going to want to see the actor who played whoever, right? And so if you do use their footage, but you have your narration and you're telling a what if type story, that qualifies under fair use, okay? As long as you're not doing like a full scene with their audio and everything, like you shouldn't get copyright claimed, okay? I say you shouldn't because some companies can be jerks about it, and they'll claim anything they want, and that's where you end up with the Nintendo situation. I don't think Star Wars or Disney is like that, but I don't know. But that's what I would do. I would at least starting out, like, why not, right? So yeah, I would use real people just to see if that keeps the retention. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and go through these. I went ahead and picked two just real quick. They were the very first submitters yesterday, or whenever I put this up. I escaped the police in a video game. I would use video game footage or a shot of your video game in your thumbnail. This AI looking police chase situation, I don't get the impression that this is a video game at all. I'm not going to click it because and if that does interest me and I do click it and then I see it's a video game, I'm leaving because I'm like, that didn't look like a video game, right? Now, you say video game in the title, it doesn't matter, right? People, their eyes know more than, like, they probably won't even go to read the title because that thumbnail doesn't say much anyway. It's not realistic enough to catch my eye and say, hey, that's a real police chase. It's, you know, it's just an AI generated whatever. So this right here, the very first frame would do better than your thumbnail. It even says spiked strip challenge. Like, that's interesting. Okay, what's the deal with this? I've never seen this game before. Any cool shot like this is like inherently interesting to my eyes. I think any type of game is, because I mean that's why they use the colors that they do. Man, that one was really pretty. Okay, anyway, use a game screen cap. Going back to non-gaming, Abandoned Village. Minecraft. Oh, wait. That was submitted under non-gaming, so you got a freebie, whoever that was that I just talked about. This one is gaming. Abandoned Village, Minecraft Let's Play Part 9. Okay. Spectra Gaming and Reacts. I recognize the name. Tell me this isn't an intro. Boo! Boo! Get right into it. Okay, anyway. Dude, don't put your logo in your thumbnail. Do not. I recognize the name. Spectra, Spectre, I recognize the name. I know you've been watching for a while. At least I think, or there's another one with your name. You should know not to put your logo in there. This is an abandoned village. It says no one here. Yeah, I understood that. It was abandoned. So why is that interesting? Maybe something is more interesting in this village. Like, why was it abandoned? Okay? Like, no one's there. If you, like, you're saying the same thing in your title, abandoned village, no one here. So if you said no one here in your thumbnail, then your title could say, like, overnight these people left, or something like that. Like, I don't know, it's the Roanoke type situation, but for Minecraft. But I would change the no one here to something more interesting, like what's under it. I don't know. I didn't watch your video, but maybe there's something that you discover inside it that makes it more interesting. It's abandoned. We know that from the title, so I would just expand on that in the thumbnail. Going to non-gaming. Okay. Now, let's see here. I'm scrolling through. Like I said, I won't get to everybody, but I am scrolling through, and I'm starting from yesterday. Okay, we'll do this one. I just drag them over. And then this one is a Epic GPK Chrome Series 7 Hobby Box review. I'm assuming all of that is important to this niche, but if this is you're opening a pack of cards, I think your thumbnail, well, whatever this is, I can't tell what it is. And then you say blown away and pointing at it, and there's like all this little text and stuff. It's just hard to tell. So let's go to your video and look at the point when you open the pack, because that's why people watch in the first place. And it looks like you've made it as small as possible with a dog in it. So immediately I think this is about a dog. I'm not gonna watch now for sure. I'm like, oh, that's about a dog. And then there's this thing in the bottom left that says coming up, but you use the negative space to say the words. People can't read that from afar. Just remember that people are hovering over this. They're not gonna be able to read this stuff, okay? You need it to have great contrast. Okay, very cool background. And whatever is the coolest card that you pick, put it in your thumbnail. I would recommend that you pull your phone back or your camera back a little bit more to show the wrist part of your hand. People want that context. They want to see a little far back. Right now it feels a little claustrophobic, okay? But even this right here is a better thumbnail than the one you have. Let people know what to expect, okay? All right, let's move back to non-gaming. All right, I'm scrolling through here. What is today? 5/21. One sec. Okay, let's see what this is. All right, next one for gaming. Like, I kind of see the very top of the thumbnail when I scroll, so if it looks like I can immediately give it advice, I'm gonna do something. Confusing buttons in Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay, so you are highlighting something cool about this. Confusing buttons. I hope that you're dealing with a situation like the buttons are all confusing and you're dealing with that, and that's your story. That's how, like, oh no, wait, that's your name. Confusing buttons. Damn. I thought you had like a cool angle, something unique to bring to the niche. Now okay, well, hunting the most legendary bear is also a unique angle though. I would get rid of all this then, because confusing buttons was confusing to me. Like, you just witnessed somebody's first impression of your channel, okay? And I'm like, okay, confusing buttons, like maybe the PlayStation is, maybe the buttons are confusing. I didn't realize that that was your channel name. So there's no reason you should ever put your channel name in your title anyway. So you also say Red Dead Redemption 2 twice for some reason. Episode 3, honestly, this right here is your title. Hunting the most legendary bear in Red Dead Redemption 2. That's all you need. You said episode 3 in your title, but then it says episode 5 in your thumbnail. That's a little weird. Legendary bear. Okay, what I would do here is I'd probably take a screen cap from the game, showing the bear, highlighting the bear, something along those lines. Just because you're such a small channel right now, you need to grab people's attention, like, with they're not gonna watch you because they don't know you, right? So you need to get them interested first, and then eventually you can start putting your face in there or whatever. That I'm just telling you that this is what I would do. I would focus solely on the game in the packaging, and then eventually bring myself into the mix. When I first started on vidIQ was an established channel, but I refused to put myself in the thumbnails for a little while, even the ones that were about me personally, because people didn't know me. It took a while for people to get to know me, and once they did, then I started sticking myself in the thumbnails. But it takes a while to build up that reputation. So I would probably go find like a really cool shot that, like, you're hunting the bear, maybe the bear's attacking you, whatever. If you have a crazy reaction to it, then it's something interesting to put in the thumbnail. This, I'm not sure what I don't know. It doesn't seem like you're reacting. Maybe that's like a victory thing, but it doesn't seem like you're showing victory in the thumbnail. If the bear's eating you and you're like, oh my God, like that's your reaction, then that's a catchy thumbnail. So hopefully that helps you. All right, moving back to non-gaming. Okay. Thanks. I'm skipping through all the AI crap, honestly. I just, like, sorry. All right. Man, there's so much stuff. Sorry, guys. One sec. Okay, we got one that looks pretty cool. I'm not sure if I have anything to give it. I grabbed 3, just real quick, because I'm not so sure that this guy has anything that I... Like, if you made a good thumbnail, I'm not gonna make stuff up. All right, 4 years living in an RV. This is why you shouldn't do it. I feel like there's a way to convey how painful living in this RV is. First of all, let me just like say this is some solid composition. Like, you on the left third and then the RV on the right third, it's amazing. It's like a really solid picture. It's, if it was showing something awesome, I would say it's awesome, but it's not showing anything. It's like not telling a story to me. It looks like you're about to cry, so that leads me to believe that you're emotional. I have no idea it has anything to do with the RV. If I go to the title, I can kind of put those pieces together, but why don't you put them together for me? Okay, make it as literal as you possibly can. What's one of the terrible things that happen when you live in an RV? Okay, like number 1, right? If this is a listicle, then put number 1 or number 2 in your thumbnail and make, like, you obviously have enough talent to make it look good. So that's what I would do. Looking good isn't the only thing that matters in thumbnails. It's create the 3 C's: catch the eye, convey the idea, and create curiosity. And you have catch the eye, I think, but the other 2 are just a little bit lacking in my opinion. That would make the difference between 2,000 views and 20,000 views. And then if this is a listicle and you go through tiers and you can actually show a little graphic like here's number 1, and then later we're going to talk about one of the worst things to do in an RV, and then you go back to number 1 and you keep giving clues that this keeps getting worse and worse, then that's the difference between 20,000 and 2 million, okay? But we don't need to go there. Yeah, so tell the story. If the toilet exploded, right? And you're standing outside of the bathroom and the toilet has like flooded or something like that, and then it said 4 years of this in the thumbnail, then I'm like, wow, like I definitely don't want to live in an RV. Okay, that's just an example. Hopefully that helps you. Great composition, great color. House string, what? I gotta be honest, I don't know what this is, but this looks like it's awesome. I think the only way that I could figure this out, by the way, for those that are like, well, why doesn't he do gaming? I'm gonna do 3 gaming in a row here. Give me a second. Wow, that is a much worse thumbnail than yours. I gotta be honest, I think your thumbnail is really good. I just hope it conveys what you're trying to convey. I'm sorry, I gotta come back to this one at some point, because it seems like this should... If I'm gonna look up anything about coding, I'm gonna click on this kind of thing. I mean, it's clear, it conveys the idea. The only other thing I could think is to put the numbers on the side of it, like, to make it look more like code, but it already looks like code to me, so... I think that maybe it's a topic situation right now. You posted it yesterday. I would say just roll with it and see how it goes. This how to support the channel, just subscribe thing, like wallpapers, please describe your video, just like 1 sentence. Before you ask people to do stuff, like give Google a little clue about what this video is. Like YouTube already knows, but you know, it definitely helps with the description. Anyway, hopefully that helps you a little bit. Manga editing tutorial. CapCut. I can't imagine this is gonna do super well over time. Just because CapCut is why I'm saying that. Learn how to create clean, professional manga edits fast. Manga editing tutorial. You're repeating manga edit twice, which is a little odd in the title. I would say you have manga edit tutorial CapCut in your thumbnail. CapCut manga editing tutorial is a solid title already. And emojis and titles, I don't know about y'all, but they turn me off. It makes me think that it's an AI video, and this might be, but hold on. Okay. All right, it's not an AI video, but it is a lot of text. All right, first, actually, you know what? I don't have the time to go through and give you editing tips. But I will say, don't put the text that people need to read all the way to the left and all the way to the right. Always keep it within these two bars that you have, or even closer to the middle. People don't want to look like this when they're watching, especially if it's on a TV or whatever. It's just like, it feels like a lot of work. See, like, I have to go all the way. I know it seems pedantic, but it's, seriously, it doesn't work. Okay. Your thumbnail, manga editing tutorial CapCut. All of these things in the bottom here, make them bigger, list them out. You can put your manga character in there, and if you covered that up with all of these things, that would be cool. But keep in mind that if people are trying to learn how to edit in CapCut, some of these things, they're not going to know what that stuff means. So I would just get rid of all this stuff, and then you could have the CapCut real big, and this would honestly be a fine thumbnail. Like, here, let me show you. And then let me get my gaming thumbnails ready. Games. Bum, bow. Wow, that took a long time. So, we're just gonna get rid of this, get rid of this. I think the background is cool enough. Like, it seems like you got kind of a solid contrast to the character. Maybe drop shadow that yellow. Like, you're using a bit of a drop shadow as the yellow, but do a dark drop shadow under it, just because it'll pop off black more than like areas like this where it's white. And then through this CapCut thingamabob. Weird. Yeah. We're gonna do everybody. It's almost 30 minutes. I've got through like 5. So yeah, if you made it this large or something like that, then it's immediately understandable. Manga edit tutorial, whatever. I think that would get the idea across a little bit better. At this point, you're just kind of like cluttering, so you get the idea. All right, let's go to gaming here. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, we got one. Man, some of these, like, sometimes I see them and they're so good, I don't know what to do. Okay, this is all gaming? All right.
Only one.
Sorry. I'm gonna let it load here for a second, so it's easy to
عندنا يا جدعان لعبة.
Cool. All right, number 1 is this one. It says day 1, every player gets admin. Day 20, lots of chaos. Day ? It's just not interesting. I'm sorry. It's like, okay, every player gets admin is interesting, but then the lots of chaos and stuff, like, this is the kind of thing you have a bad format for what you're trying to show in your thumbnail. You got day 1, day 20, day whatever. Every player gets admin is an interesting idea. and I was looking for Roblox footage, but there's nothing in there. I don't understand. Oh, it's like a story. Okay. If there's a way that you could show the chaos, I think that this might actually work then. Some players use admin. Like, this is sort of like a beluga situation. What's that beluga? He gives everybody access to a dock or something like that. Anybody know what that is? One sec. Don't bother. Beluga. Okay, yeah, giving 841,709 people my Netflix password. Okay, so he went, like, this who's watching, and then it's like a bunch of people. Maybe there's a way to show how many people are admin, right? I don't know, I don't play Roblox, but maybe there's a way to show that, and I think that that would be a cool way to show it. Also, the day 20, it just says lots of chaos, and then this dude is like freaking out. Maybe there's a way to show the chaos, and then you can actually separate the thumbnail as day 1, day 20. I just I'd like for you to give people a clue as to like something crazy went down without saying it went down. You know, like it's chaos. But yeah, it's a good format as a video, which I wouldn't have guessed. But I don't know, right? I don't play, and this is like a Roblox story. It's pretty interesting. 3,000 views for 702 subscribers. That's solid. Anyway, take my advice on that with a grain of salt. That's what I would assume would get more attention. But when it comes to Roblox, I think you might know more than I do. So hopefully I helped you out a little bit. Okay, that's drug related. So moving on. Such a shame. Okay. Titanfall 2 didn't deserve this. Such a shame. Didn't deserve this. This is one of those things like you have to know baseball to understand inside baseball. Maybe something happened in the Titanfall community and I'm just not privy to it. Let's see. Join me as join me. Every time I see join me as I do something, I'm like, oh, ChatGPT wrote that. I'm not saying ChatGPT wrote this. I don't see any M dashes or anything in it, but which is an extra long dash for anybody that wants to know if ChatGPT wrote it. Some people use them, like bloggers and stuff, but when ChatGPT came along, it uses it all the time, and now anytime I see it, I just assume it. And I'm sorry to those who used M dashes before ChatGPT. It's ruined. Join me as I dive into the world of old games and explore why I think, okay, all this stuff right here, kill it. Just destroy all that. I think Titanfall 2 didn't get the love it deserved. Okay, cool. Thesis. I'll be sharing my thoughts on why this game in this commentary. Okay. Titanfall didn't deserve this. Such a shame. I guess by the way, it's a great design. I just don't understand what you're getting at all. If Titanfall 2 like performed poorly, like as in sales or something along those lines, maybe that's something to show. Okay, hopefully that helps you a little bit. I gotta move on. I'm trying to get to a bunch of people, but it's a great design. I would just try to aim for a little more clarity. The 33% rule. When I first saw this, I didn't think it was games, and then I realized it's about chess. And this right here would make sense to the people playing this game. Rating 2220. You got the graph going up. Very solid idea, by the way. The 33% rule thing being like off center. I think that AI made this, but we'll see.
1% of success is 220 in just 7 days and 32 games.
A lot of stuff.
Aside from that 1% of luck, let's fill in the blanks today. And on lower rated 8 seconds, played more 20 of losing. My advantage.
I guess what I would like to see is maybe something more game imagery somewhere in there. This 33% rule is a solid like create curiosity angle, because I don't know what that rule is. It's called a mechanism for those of you that don't know what mechanisms are. The blank method, BLANK. It's like, it's something you make up that people don't know, but they have to click to understand. Or the 33% rule, or the 4 pillars of, I don't know, happiness. Like I've never heard of that, but now I gotta click. So yeah, mechanisms help. Why your rating is stuck and how to fix it in 3 days. Okay, I would just like to see more chess imagery, and if you did design this, I'd probably try to center that 33% a little bit, because AI just cannot get that composition right. It's not that big of a deal, but I hate it. Like, I don't like when things are off center. And also, since it's not like 9:16, I'm assuming AI made it because it's not the correct resolution. Okay, rolling on through to non-gaming. Okay, non-gaming. All right, skipping towards the middle here for those of you that submitted today or right before the stream started. I clicked on one, but it is not non-gaming. 1 second. Cool. All right, got that one. That one. I'm just trying to grab 3 at a time. Okay. Oh, I guess I grabbed 4 anyway. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, no, that's not. All right, here we go. So, first one, Rise Up and Fight Helldivers to Metal Song. Helldivers Heavy Metal. This is a straight up, like, Corridor Crew type thumbnail. It's just the colors look like Corridor Crew. But this is solid. I don't think that, like, if I were to make metal, like, game-themed metal songs, I don't think I would ever do anything different than this. I would be artistic with what I create. It looks like you painted it. And then I would just describe it like, Helldivers Heavy Metal, let's go. I don't know how else to do this besides doing a version where, like, you're playing, right? Like one of these shots, right, where you're playing guitar, something along those lines. Yeah, so I think what you did is really, really cool. The other option could be like game footage as well. But yeah, this is really, really cool, man. I don't have much to say about it, besides it being cool. All right, Lego Tours. Ooh, I selected Lego Tours. Fan of the show, friend of the show. What happens inside a Lego factory? Inside the factory. Okay. I think what I would do is show something a little more interesting. So you got this half and half thing going on from this far away, and even now it's zoomed in. I can't tell what's going on the left side here. On the right side, I can tell that I'm on a balcony, but I'm not getting enough context that there's Legos in there besides these like lamp things. And even then, that's really hard to distinguish. Okay. So I would show one thing and show like a really, really interesting thing about the Lego factory. Let's see, what was your original? This one's also okay, but this one is more like Lego factory-ish. Hold on. Like, come on. That's more Lego factory-ish because it looks like a bunch of machinery, but I would still, like if there's a CNC machine and it is like carving out a piece of a Lego or something, like a really close-up shot of that, that's what you want. That's what you want in your thumbnail. That's the kind of thing that catches the eye. They need to know, like this shot right here, I understand that those are Legos. I've seen them before. I immediately recognize what they are. Like they catch my eye because of that. That's the kind of thing you need to show. And then, okay. Well, anyway, you get the idea. Hopefully that helps you a little bit, bud. All right, one drawing in 4 different styles. This was the one that I thought was gaming, but it's not. Original, cool. Oh, I see what you did here. So what I would assume you're trying to do is 4 different types of chicken jockey, but it looks like the same one in the center and then in different areas. So I'm thinking that, hold on, I'm a little confused. Give me a sec. Hey, Studio of Art, it's you. It's you. It is you. 1 second here. Okay. One drawing in 4 different styles. Chicken Jockey, Minecraft, Studio of Art. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting on Studio of Art to come back. Where are they? I'm not Rob, Captain Meatball. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, Studio of Art. Okay. All right. I can't say their name enough, but whatever. They earned a timeout. Oh, okay. I see how it is. All right. Well, anyway, hopefully you see this. 4 styles. We got that. Okay, so you are doing 4 different styles of the chicken jockey. All right, I think the problem here is I'm just not seeing enough of a difference in each one. It looks like the same style in each one. So if you could make those more different, then I think that this idea is really, really cool. Like this bottom here, this should reflect or like shine purple on the edges or something like that. It's like he's not a part of the environment if you're doing something like that, right? It's giving me the impression that it should be like that, but I understand that you only added that for the thumbnail. You're actually just doing 4 different versions of this guy. So, dude, this right here is a better thumbnail. It actually shows the difference. This is like it's evened out or something. I don't know. Do that. That's your thumbnail right there. That is your thumbnail. I would make original, overworld, nether, and the end like pop out a little bit more. So you could see like up here, down here, up here, down here. Like that's where you could put those. That is a great thumbnail. I immediately know what to expect, and I feel like I'm gonna learn how to draw like you. Okay, so yeah, do that. Drawing in 4 different styles, drawy emoji, chicken jockey. I don't know. The drawing emoji, it seems to fit this vibe. I'm a hypocrite. What can I say? I tried making a .01 trick shot first try. Okay. This better be 1 second long then. First try. Okay, I think you just aren't... Dude, give us the... Give us the context of what this trick shot is, okay? Because right now you're just doing a penny. You're doing a penny challenge inside the house, like Ryan Trahan style. So just give us a. You know, I would change your title. You're obviously doing storytelling here. Try to change, like I tried to become the world's best trick shotter or something along those lines. I tried making a 0.01% trick shot first try. Either that or remove the first try, because it makes people think that they kind of know the ending. I don't know. It's just a little confusing with the first try thing. I tried making a 0.01% trick shot is interesting to me. And if it said 0.01% on there, then I get it. The first try is like ruining it for me. But like I said, it would help to know the context of what type of trick shot this is. Okay, let's move on to non-gaming. Where's that? Okay. Wait, that was non-gaming. We're doing gaming again. All right. I'm gonna refresh because there's a lot of new submissions. A lot. Wow. One sec. I have to bring this up. This right here, I escaped the police in a video game. You got it. You did it. Okay, this is much better in my opinion. I'm like so glad to see somebody that just took the advice and went with it. And it's interesting. Like there's the police and you're in a compromising position. That's solid. Good job. Okay. Very, very cool. All right. There is Legos there. Oh, that's not gaming. All right. Bow, bow, bow. I guess it wouldn't be. It wouldn't really be a solid live stream if we didn't have like a Brawl Stars or Fortnite or something. Okay, I got a few. Let's see. All right, this one is Brawl Stars. What your rank says about you. All right, this guy equals pro. That pro equals poop. I think if you gave me more context on this one, I think it would pop a little bit. What your rank says about you. If you had all of the ranks listed out, dude, I swear, like I just gave you this advice last week. If you had a bunch of ranks listed out and they equaled something, you could at least show like 7 of them and obviously make it look like it's a big long list and like show the top of the list or whatever. And then it's like, wow, this guy has a lot to say. I want to click that and find out what there is to say. Okay. That said, very sharp thumbnail. I like the sharpness, the clarity. The new AI Darth Vader is sentient in Fortnite. Cool. But this just says Fortnite on the thumbnail. It's a cool thumbnail. It's just like Fortnite. This is one of those situations where I bet Sirbird could show me other thumbnails that performed well that all it said was Fortnite. Because I don't know. Like, that's tough. I will say that this one is an outlier. You don't see it right here because it's not old enough. It was only put up 2 days ago. But if you look real close, you can see their little cone of shame down here, and they bypass it like way far. So I'm assuming that this works. Yeah, Smoke Shop, it does look good. Me Live, please time them out. This whole please help me spam is getting old. I'm just trying to read people's comments. Yeah, this is a really double foul. This is a really cool thumbnail in my opinion. It's just, it doesn't say much besides Fortnite. What it tells me is, holy crap, Darth Vader's in Fortnite. And maybe that's the idea that you're getting across. And if so, congratulations, you did it. I would leave it. All right. This is one of those things that I probably am not, I can't give great advice on. Okay. I think it's solid. Just leave it and see how it performs. And then if you could, if you're in the, are you in the Discord? If you're in the Discord, tag me tomorrow or the next day and just say, hey, it's doing great or whatever. And then at least I know that just plain old Fortnite works. That's a technical foul. Speaking of technical foul, starting with a call to action is a big foul. Okay, this whole subscribe, like, blah, blah, blah. Never do it. Never do it right at the beginning because I don't even know if it's worth it. And honestly, you're pushing me away from your video. Like, let me enjoy the content that you have. Let me give it a chance. Give me the chance to give it a chance. Don't spam me with stuff that you need from me. Like, that's how business works, okay? Give so much value that by the time you ask, like it's Gary V's right hook, by the time you throw that right hook, people are down to get hit. Okay, welcome to my house. What's inside? You misspelled welcome, by the way, which might have been intentional. I was just letting you know. If you're gonna do a call to action, never put it in anywhere unless it's like a part of your conversation and it's organic, or like you're building a birdhouse and you built a like button or something. Like, that's it being a part of the content. But always put it at the end if you have to. I rarely do a call to action, but when I do, it's because it's my job or it's because it flowed. Like my recent video, I didn't ask people to subscribe or anything, but I just said, hey, you can look at behind the scenes at john.studio. Like, that's my call to action. I only do like one per video, and I always do it at the end. Okay, anyway, welcome to my house. What's inside? Don't know. Well, that's interesting. I like that. That's something that really sticks out. Okay, let's see what this is. What game is this? Maybe... Oh, it's Roblox. Okay. Oh, good God. Okay. If you ever wonder if somebody wrote something with AI, this will tell you. Play it here. Insert game link. Follow me on Roblox. Your username. Link to play it. Like, you know, you have to fill this stuff out when AI writes it for you. Okay? Just letting you know. Yeah, so I guess there's a disconnect between your thumbnail and your content. It looks like you only make content so you can make awesome thumbnails for it. So I'm just saying that, like, this is my first impression. I don't feel like it's making me think Roblox or anything. There's a disconnect there. But I would love to know how you made this. If you ever wanted to start a drawing channel or an art channel, even a time lapse of how you created this thumbnail, I bet it would do well. Okay. All right. Call of Duty World at War Zombies. Nach der Untoten gameplay, no commentary. Okay. This, it just says no commentary, right? No commentary twice. Cool. Let's, I guess a sharper image would be better, and I'm just talking about the image itself. Fort Boy Game. Did you start a new channel? 4 subscribers. That doesn't seem right. Call of Duty World at War. No commentary. I just think that they show like a really high def image that is just super interesting. Like this right there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like you're kind of showing something similar, except yours is like very dark, and it's not like high quality. Okay, so that's my tip for you. Whatever you can do to improve that, that's what I would go for. All right, let's go for non-gaming. But either way, dude, we are flying through some. So I can't think the last time we had this many I got through before halfway. That was gaming, yeah. One sec. Okay, there's 1. There's 2. I already clicked that one. This one says vlogs. Cool. Okay, I grabbed some I couldn't see the preview. Like, if you scroll through, you'll see a preview occasionally, but some of them don't show a preview. So, anyway, this one says, after weeks of searching, I finally found the best game on Scratch. What is Scratch? Anybody want to tell me before I go Google lensing? I just wanted to look at the freaking picture, not highlight the whatever. It says vidIQ late to its own live stream. Oh, yeah, Vicky's here. Scratch is an application. Okay, I assume it's like Steam. After weeks of searching, finally found the best game on Scratch. That's cool. I'm assuming it's Vanguard First Strike, but it's very blurry. Which I understand why you would do. Like, you kind of want to make people curious. Sorry, my glasses just went off. You kind of want to make people curious, but like this has no context whatsoever. It's just like showing a blurry game screen. Okay. I don't know if anybody would click on this just because it's only blur. So I would revisit this. Okay. If you show game footage like this right here, and then it says best game ever, like that's the angle you want to go in. Okay. All right. We've got 2 feet outdoors. I clicked on this one because like normally I got nothing to say to this guy, but I really just wanted to see what he's up to. All right. He is kayaking in a toxic canal. Does anybody have any tips? Because this is awesome. Are you using an Insta360? I just got one. I'm pretty excited about it. Man. Yeah, you are. I could tell you were because I saw the stitch line. Okay. I don't know why. Man, join me as I paddle the entire length. Maybe join me is more popular than I thought. I don't know. I'm not always right. God, this is so cool. All right, I've got nothing to say, dude. You already got your style. Add some dead fish with X's on their eyes. If you want to go like the shock value route, I feel like that would damage his brand by now. People know, like, he's got 24,000 subscribers and like his videos always overperform his subscribers. Don't drink the water. Oh man. At this point, I think people will watch him because they know how honest and real he is. He doesn't like, they know exactly what they're getting, but that is hilarious. Dead fish in there. Oh man, that would be the Mr. Beast route for sure. All right, DSM. That's just a channel name or a channel, so we're not doing that. That's also just a channel. Unfortunately, you guys aren't sending video links. Okay, let's do some more. Oh yeah, Q&A. Q&A is coming up. Vicky from vidIQ, just letting you know, we're just blazing through as many as possible this time. I'm not even randomly picking them. I am, but I'm just going through the list and grabbing them as fast as I can. So I'm not gonna do the 2-second test. We're just gonna keep this up. I feel like I'm getting through a ton today. All right, while we get the Q&As ready, copy. Gonna go back a little bit. That was Fort Boy. There's chess. And some of these are, let me just refresh. It's just like, this whole stream is just John headbanging. Okay. I just grabbed 2. I don't know if these were gaming or not. They are not. Okay, we'll do gaming next. Unboxing the Sony FX30 camera. First of all, incredible start. Oh, that is sick. Oh, did you guys see that? Oh, just watch it. That is so freaking satisfying of a start. Oh my god. You're not even seeing it because I'm not showing you. Look, watch this. Oh, man. I can watch it all day, just on loop. Very, very great start. Incredible. Okay, anyway, this is unboxing the Sony FX30 camera. This, you know, this says unboxing. It's got this like warm feel, like tint to it, but I wonder if something like this would do better. That one feels like it would do better to me. What I would try is the camera sitting up, okay? So you have, here, let me show you. You have like this low angle, like this. And so you have the camera like right here, and then you have above it, like, you got a table against like a white wall or something like that. You have the camera sitting on it, and then right here, because you're using a wide lens, you can have the text below the camera, and then up here on the wall, you can have the text above. And I feel like that would give a better vibe to these types of products, because the one that you do have is like sitting straight down, and it just doesn't. At first, I thought that's what you did, but it just didn't feel right because the shadow wasn't right. So that's what I would try, and I would try it super clean and super white, like the one that I just brought up, sort of like this. Yeah, try that. Okay. It just gives me a better feel. Okay, and then this one is, I reviewed some new 2x2s. Where are these? Oh, okay. I think the problem here, for me anyway, as a layman, is I don't know what this thingy is. I immediately know what it is when I see this, like a 2x2. Now I get it. It's like a cube thing. But just remember, people only see, like, a lot of people only look at your thumbnail and move on. So I would try to do like this almost looks like it could be any product, because there's like this glow to it, and I don't know what WIPO V5 is. So you're trying, hard to hear me, sorry. I don't know what WIPO V5 is. So you're trying to get only the people that understand, like only your core audience that understand. But you want to expand that just a little bit to a wider audience. So I would try to actually show a 2x2, and you can do this same style, but just make it more obvious that it's a 2x2. Okay. Right now the box just ain't cutting it, in my opinion. Cool. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's do them, you know, them things, them questions. Can you hear me now? How important is color theory for thumbnails? When people say color theory, I immediately think you're overthinking it. I think that color is very important for thumbnails, and the colors you use are very important. But when it comes to color theory, it makes me think that you got to go to school for it or something. I just observe what works in the world contrast-wise, and then I do that. So if you like the way that the grass, and let me show you an example real quick. I'm just gonna expose my desktop here. It's clean. Here, this one I did for vidIQ, and of course it pops up on a different screen. I knew that, like, I saw a lot of older thumbnails, like Ryan Trahan, that has grass and sky and a red shirt. Well, he doesn't have a red shirt, but I've seen red pop off of blue really well and yellow, and I thought, well, these are colors I've observed that work, and I like them. I kind of always click on them, and so that's what I do. Do I know some sort of color theory here? No, I just know that blue and yellow contrast really well together out of experience, and red and green do, and then green and blue always look nice, and so it's just like, if that's what you consider color theory, then I think, yeah, it's important, but it doesn't, just don't overthink it, okay, please. I've fallen in that trap. It's not a fun trap to be in. Traps are never fun, you know, traps are Traps are hard to fall into. If you game with face cam on live streams, should you always include your face on the thumbnail? No. I don't think that needs to, that doesn't need to be a rule. Especially if like something crazy happens in game, or you're a smaller gamer and like people are searching for something a lot, and then they see faces they trust, but then they see one that's like an amazing shot of the game. They're gonna click on you, and then they get used to you. Eventually, once you build like a core audience, you can start throwing your face in there, and sometimes that's a strategy that I use, but there's no all or nothing type of rule that says you have to do this. You just, no. You don't have to do anything. You don't. Should I aim for high contrast and vibrance, or go for more realistic gaming niche and entertainment niche? That's a good question. That's an appropriate question. If you didn't include the niche, then I would say it depends on your niche. But for gaming and entertainment, high contrast and vibrance for sure. When I think more realistic, I think of like education. Well, depending on what you're teaching, vlogging, that sort of thing. I think that realistic helps a lot in that circumstance, especially if the niche is like no nonsense. Yeah, but high contrast and vibrance, it'll help, but you don't have to overdo it, and you can always try different versions too. Cool. Thank you. High value live stream. Oh, shucks. Next question. Is it worth using your fave in a thumbnail? You're not well. Is it worth using your face in a thumbnail if you're not well known? If the video's about you, yeah. That's the way to answer that question. If the video's about you, if you're the star of the show, then it's worth it putting your face in it. If it's like a gaming thumbnail like Pow World, and it's more about Pow World, then it might not be, okay? If you're not well known, maybe just focus on Pow World and then grow that way. And then, like I just said in the previous question. Is it okay to explore a bit outside your niche? For example, I post outdoor videos, but I'm making a video on our recent trip to South Dakota. You make outdoor videos, but then you went to South Dakota. Okay, so you have outdoor videos, but you have like a vlog video in the mix. I think it's totally fine to explore. All right, it's explore and experiment until you find something that works. Like anybody can limit themselves to a niche, and if nothing ever performs, then they're gonna regret never experimenting. Okay, that like I only make survival videos, but I really want to make a gaming video, but I'm gonna stick to survival because that's the advice that I've heard. And then like dude goes and starts a gaming channel and then like blows up, and then he'll say, man, I wish I had done that years ago. It's always just about like finding what works and then doubling down on it. But if it's already working, if the outdoor thing is already working for you and it's successful, then that might be a case where you like think maybe I should start another channel if I want to do vlog content. But until then, experiment, explore. My first video went viral, and now I'm terrified about what to do for my next video. I'm afraid of getting disappointed if my second video don't do well. It won't, okay? Nothing will, you won't, it won't. It sucks. You'll have high videos, and then you won't have one that performs that well until you figure out what went right. And the only way to figure that out is to continue making. Let me just tell you something that I came up with like 2 days ago. And it was after, it was me like reflecting back on a previous live stream. People that peak are quitters, okay? You will never peak if you never quit. And until you die, okay? So, hey, I got like 100 million views on a video. Okay, so you peaked. Well, no, not technically. As long as I'm not done, I never know if I peaked. Right? So that's the kind of thing. Like, you only peak if you quit. You only peak if you give up. Those people that peak in high school, how do you know they peaked? Well, they kind of well, they gave up, right? So, anyway, back to your question. The only way that you're gonna get that essence, that feeling back, it's gonna take some time. You have to learn what you did right. Now, you could be a unicorn, and you might nail it a second time and a third time, and if that's the case, then you already figured it out, and good for you. But this is the game of YouTube. You will be disappointed. You will wish that you got 10,000 views, and when you finally do, that 10,000 views won't mean crap. You won't care, right? So, like, this is something that you need to overcome. You just need to overcome it. I don't know how to say that. I had a bunch of shorts that went viral, and then I put out some long forms, and they only get like a couple thousand views. And like, that doesn't disappoint me, because I just kind of know that this is how YouTube works. Once you figure out that you have to expect this to happen, then it hurts a lot less. People will get obsessed with the 1 of 10s and 10 of 10s and stuff like that. It takes time. It might take therapy, but once you get over that, you really start to love the game like you used to. Sorry, that was a that was a big rant. High contrast and vibrance are realistic for automotive niche. High contrast and vibrance or realistic. I'm trying to remember, Scale Train, what your thumbnails look like, but I would always try at least once high contrast and vibrance in a way. You remember that RV thumbnail that we saw earlier where it's like dude on the left and then the RV in the back? I'm pretty sure you might have similar thumbnails to that, and I consider that high contrast and vibrance because you can use those colors to make the cars pop. A red broken down car will pop off of green grass as long as there's enough negative space in the background, and especially if the negative space is blue. So that's high vibrant, high contrast to me, and I think that any automotive niche, it'll work, I think. New one that's launched. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I think it'll still work. I'm starting to realize that even though we have our preferences, we're all still like attracted to the same things. The same things catch our eye. Like cartoons still catch our eyes as adults. Even though we're not really interested, if you see a big cartoon image, you're gonna look because it's like that's just an instinct. It catches your eye. And so if something catches your eye and you're actually interested in that, then no harm done. Hell, even better, right? So if I'm interested in mechanic stuff, it doesn't have to stay like no nonsense real mechanic stuff. It can catch my eye like a cartoon, and odds are I'm clicking the cartoon one. Not cartoon, but one that catches my eye like it. Hopefully that yeah. Okay. Is it bad to have too much of a simple thumbnail? For example, one of my videos is just him. Sorry, hold on. 1 second. Somebody said, am I cross-eyed? What is this? I cannot stop laughing about how cross-eyed he is. What are you talking about? Is it... Was it this? No? Is it that? I was like, what? I'm not cross-eyed. You're cross-eyed. Okay, anyway, back to... I'm so sorry, Vicky. I brought that. Oh, there was no comma there. I thought you were telling me to stop bullying other people. Okay. Is it bad to have too much of a simple thumbnail? For example, one of my videos is just him, the WR holder. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. A WR PNG and his enemy behind him, all on a simple back. Okay, 1 sec. I've already got your channel brought up. I just need to understand what WR is. Okay, one of my videos is just him, the WR world record holder. Okay, I got it now. And a WR PNG and his enemy. Oh, right there. Okay. So I think that it's totally fine to have a simple thumbnail like this. What this shows, because there's no background, it makes me think that this is a podcast, because it's like you happen to use that type of format for some reason. I would put him in the context of like where he got the world record or something like that, like him at the table, because this just doesn't this doesn't give me enough. Is this name, I'm not even gonna try, I'm sorry, the new world champion? Maybe, but what at? I don't know. 3.05, I don't understand what this is because you're not giving enough context. You're only making stuff for a core audience, and that's only 130 people. If so. You need to be more upfront about what your channel is about. This is about cubing or whatever. Cubing, yeah. Cubing with arson. So, hopefully that helps you a little bit, but I am so sorry. I don't know much about that niche. Are there specific symbols, colors, or other things that potentially can increase CTR? Yeah, but it also has to have a purpose. Like the money symbol or money catches eyes because like it's the lizard brain thing. Like think what you're immediately attracted to, like your eyes. Money, okay? Especially if you see it on the ground and you want to go pick it up. It works the same by seeing it in a thumbnail, but it has to be relative to the content. All right, just getting that out of the way. But if it's about money or there's money made or something like that, money helps. Other things help that I'm not going to talk about. Colors help, like contrasting colors for sure. In the description, there's a video where I answer like the top most asked 15 questions about thumbnails. And I go over like all the colors that work really well together that I could think of. And there's limitless amounts, but I name like 10 because that's what we really want. Like, okay, we get it. There's a lot, but can you just tell me some so I can work off this? And I do the same thing with fonts and like how many words to use and that sort of thing. So, yeah, that'll cover the colors. Other things that increase CTR are faces, of course, because as humans, we connect to eyes. Like, that's just what we do. That's how we communicate with each other. So, if I'm looking at your face or whatever, hold on, this will go better if I actually use the one that has this. If I'm looking and you can see my eyes, you feel much more connected that I'm talking directly to you, rather than if I'm just like kind of looking over here and talking to the ether, right? It just feels different, right? It just feels different as a person. So eyes, as long as they're connecting with the lens, they catch eyes. Now, faces in general catch attention, but just for a different reason. We observe other humans because we want to know how to act. We want to know how to react to a situation because we need context. It's a defense mechanism. Dude, I am getting way too deep into this. It's all psychology. There's a reason for all of it. I'm sorry, but yeah, those are a couple of things that can increase CTR. Wow, I did not mean to go all scientist John here. 2 questions at once now connected. Okay. Does it make sense to add a small channel logo at the top left corner of thumbnails for branding? Since people read from left to right, top to bottom, it might help with recognition. Okay. What can be the best branding idea for gaming creators? Okay. First of all, I don't get it. Do not put your logo in your thumbnail. That's not how you brand on YouTube at all. And then how to brand on YouTube is by colors, fonts, make it visually recognizable. Like, go to Colin and Samir, their podcast, and you'll see that there will be a guest, and then you'll see like black text over a yellow square or something along those lines. You immediately recognize what is a Colin and Samir thumbnail because of that. They always kind of have this vibe to them. Darknet Diaries is another channel that has its own look. It's just got this color, it's got this style, but you'll never find their logo put in it because it's right there in their profile picture. It's just like that's where you put the logo. So no, it's not okay to put your logo in your thumbnail. It just takes up space. Now, you brought up, since people read from left to right, top to bottom, that's called the F something, the F pattern. I don't know. Anyway, you're right. That is how people read. And if you're gonna put text somewhere, it is more beneficial to put it right here first, because people do read from left to right, and they like it. Just that they start reading immediately. You make it as simple as you can for them to read. Now, I'm not saying it always works or that one on the right will perform better, but there is some theory behind that. I don't know how much data there is to back it up, but that is a thing that people talk about. Yup. That's the end. That's the end of that. What if my persona Wild West 5 doesn't exactly match my content budget finance? Then awesome. I think that that's incredible, and I think that you have to keep up. Like, dude, talk about being unique and separating yourself from the crowd. Man, that is a cool mashup. So what if? I think. What if? I think you have a better chance than the normal finance crowd. I think that you have something special, as long as your packaging kind of still gets the idea across that, like, this is about finance. Don't be saying like, don't replace dollars with gold and stuff like that, right? Like, don't make it too confusing for that budget financing. But it is a really cool angle, I think. Cool. Yeah, keep at it. Cool. Mr. John is a YouTube guru. Hey, thank you for the 5 memberships for sure. Before I answer the next question, this guy, Mr. John is a YouTube guru. No, I'm not. I'm just a person that I give my opinions, and this is how I think it works. And I am not right sometimes. I don't have all the answers. I just tell you what I learn, and you can take that and you can shove it or you can use it. That's on you. I'm no guru. Okay? Now, question. Weird question here. Does having a sky background for non-gaming thumbnails increase click rate? Why are you saying non-gaming thumbnails as if it's like half and half? Like, you're either one niche or the other. So like finance thumbnails, is it better for finance thumbnails to have a blue sky? Is that what you're saying? Non-gaming thumbnails increase click rate. It's just a bad question. Well, it just doesn't make sense, right? If you're in a restaurant and you're eating food, this isn't a gaming video. Why would you have a sky in the background? Okay, I'm sorry. That's the only way I can answer that question, because I can't connect those dots. Cool. All right. Yeah, there's the questions. He's a guru. You're a guru. Get out. No way y'all did me. I'm back. Yeah, we did. Okay. Studio of Art's back. Great. Awesome. Hey, Alan, go create something. Stop watching the YouTube gurus. You're as bad as that other guy that's just here to talk crap. Okay, cool. All right, let's get back to it. So, we're doing gaming. Actually, you know what? Let's roll through this. I want to do it really fast. Is Alan still here? Cool. Alan, it's time. All right, match the text. Alan. Wait, hold on. No. Hashtag Alan. Everybody put hashtag Alan. Hashtag Alan. I'm not seeing any entries. Why not? Okay, now I see 2. If we add more eyes on thumbnails, can we get more views? I think there's a limit at some point. At some point, the eyes get diminishing returns. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and draw some. We'll make this fast. We can only go as fast as the thing draws. Traveling, Power World, Ice Cold, Snake. Okay. Let's do this thing. I guess. There he is. He, she, whatever. Okay, I make reviews and retrospectives. Cool. Solid. Actually, these are solid thumbnails. I like that one a lot. Games we skipped. I like it. Hey, Games we skipped is a really cool format. I've never seen that before. I think that's really interesting. Games we skipped. I almost wonder, like, when did we skip them? Like, games we skipped in March, that sort of thing. Like, that makes more sense to me. Games you missed in March, that sort of thing. Hopefully that makes more sense. Okay, pretty cool. Reviews and retrospectives. I really like your style too. Very cool. Let's take a look at the most popular video. A top player's real retrospective of Tom Clancy's In War. A top player. Oh, okay, you got some popularity here. Okay, it seems like you know exactly what you're doing with thumbnails. I just think that finding a format that works would probably benefit you. I wonder what lately the more popular ones are. Let's look at months. 10 months, 11 months. I'm looking for more like 6 there. Fracture when terrain deformation goes wrong. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, it just seems like it depends on the topic, like the game, and what you have to say about it. Honestly, this is just one of those things where it looks like you just got to keep creating, but I think you're on the right track, honestly. Like, the way that you're making these, I think you're gonna end up hitting some games that go crazy, and then other ones might flop. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Haven't been hitting. Yeah, give it time. Give it time. Give it time. Give it time. Lambo drives Zambo. Okay. Give it time. Okay, Zambo. Does anybody know what this is? Zambo. Oh, a Zamboni. That's cool. Okay. Okay, it's a bunch of random stuff. Dude, if this was a Zamboni vlog, I swear to God, I would immediately subscribe. If there's a channel out there where it's just a dude that drives a Zamboni and cleans ice every day, and he does the same thing that the 7-Eleven guy did, which is basically like, just, he kind of recorded his day and what was going on in his life, that I would watch. That would get, I think, 1 million subscribers. The Zamboni guy. So that said, if you drive a Zamboni, dude. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe Zamboni is your band name? Okay. Well, I gotta tell you, like, maybe if you want to grow on YouTube, like, that's why you're here anyway, like, keep experimenting until you find a direction, and then, like, stick with one. Because I've been doing this for a long time, and I've never seen, like, a random channel just blow up consistently. They've always, like, at one point decided what they wanted to do and then hit it. Like, just as a vague example, like Ryan Trahan, he was all about running and fitness and stuff, and then he just started doing, like, fun videos, vlogs, and then he started, he just started doing fun videos, and eventually his personality kind of became the channel itself. So, yeah. That is just an example. He was focused elsewhere and doing random stuff until he kind of got it together. That's what I would do, but if you do drive a Zamboni, anybody, go for it. And for those that don't know what a Zamboni is one of these machines that clean the ice, and they, like, make it flat for hockey players. So, yeah. I bet that, man, I feel like there's probably a channel out there of a day in the life of the Zamboni driver. So I used to deliver pizza. I did it, like, all throughout my 20s when I was a musician. I would, like, go on tours during the summer, and then I'd come back and I'd deliver pizza. And had I known that I would be into wait, that's not the right one, is it? Had I known that I would be into YouTube, I wish I would have jumped in back then, because I would have recorded every delivery. There were so many crazy things that used to happen. So, yeah, I wish I was into this back then. Sorry, I'm looking for channels. I would have been the pizza delivery guy. and I would have hit YouTube real early. Unfortunately, Gaming AJ is a very popular name. I'm not exactly sure I'm gonna find you. I'd recommend changing your channel name. I hate to tell people that, but it's like sometimes, dude, and all of them are a ninja. Like, why are all gaming logos a freaking ninja? Like, I don't get it. Somebody want to clear that up for me? Did they all use the same, like, logo generator? There's so many ninjas. Okay, I'm sorry, but I gotta move on. It's too vague, too popular of a name. The Lovely Scrub. Yeah, I like that name too. It's solid. Zach Bauch. Zach Bauch. There he is, drinking hot sauce. I do weird stuff so you don't have to. I hope I can make you laugh. Okay, word. Zach Boff. It depends on if it's German or not. I do it so you don't have to. Oh, I do it so you don't have to. I'm pretty funny. Subscribe, please. Okay, cool. I mean, at least it's not a freaking cookie up there. Let's take a look at your most popular. Curiosity. A lot of this stuff looks hilarious, though. Life hacks to disappoint you. Dude. I want to click on that so bad. Okay, where to get the best fast food coffee. These are so good. Minecraft moments that shouldn't exist. I like it. Watch these blind, deaf, and mute cooks take on the... Dude, I swear I just saw something very similar to this, like, start to blow up. Dude, this blind, deaf, and mute challenge thing, I feel like it's a trend that's coming back. And if you got the people, I'd try it again. Try to, throughout it, try to add like little twists and turns just to like get that retention up. But I bet you that trend would do okay now. Trying TikTok food trends is a horrible idea. Man, you know, this one would have done better if the food was closer up. If I could understand what you're actually eating, it would do better. Ranking fast food chicken, like some of these just need a little more context, a little like closer. Just bring it a little closer. Give us a little bit better of an understanding of what you're doing visually. That said, this okay, cool. I'll get it. This life hacks to disappoint you being your most popular. I bet you that if you just kind of stay up on trends, rap whatever is trending now. It looks like you might be young, so Gen Z. Whatever's trending now, like make a video about it and just keep doing that. And like one of these is gonna pop off for you. It looks like you already have the personality, and all you need is one video. Then all of these are gonna start to hit, and that's how YouTube works. Okay, let's do this private chat. Did I misspell Alan? Cool, Gaming AJ. Hey, at least you got 01. Gaming AJ 01. Okay. It looks like a lot of these have too much text. And, like, some of them don't have an Allen coin. Some of them don't have a crazy amount of text, but it's just that, like, the colors don't pop off very well. Like, I think for this WWE type of niche, this thumbnail format is too overplayed. So it's gonna come down to social proof. Like, people are gonna see your thumbnail, and then they're gonna see the guy with a very similar thumbnail that has 1 million views, and they're not gonna watch yours. They're gonna watch his. So you need to come up with a different format on how to feature these people. This John Cena one where it looks like he's dying laying down, that's cool. That is different. That's kind of what I'm talking about, except you have cluttered it with so many different words and stuff. The last true champion, John Cena, get rid of that. 50 finishers is what you're trying to show. So showing John's here, let me just show you what I would do. Oh, that was weird. Totally forgot about that. All right, let's fill this out. Please get rid of your logo in the top right corner. Don't do it. It's like you people don't watch this stream ever. Okay, gonna get rid of all that crap. And then I'm gonna pick another one while it does its AI thing. Bam, bam. Encountered an issue. Oh, great. Useful. Super useful, Photoshop. It, you know, when it does that, it usually does something that's like it's not allowed to do. And seeing as how skin is on the picture, it probably made something. And it's its fault. Like, I'm just trying to fill it in. But that's my theory. Yep, okay, never mind. Anyway, what I would do is I would take John Cena and I would like make him a little bit bigger. Like down here on the ground or whatever. Like this is a better thumbnail in my opinion. You got 50 finishers or 50 John Cena finishers or whatever. Like that's all you need to show in the thumbnail. Everything else is just like too much, okay? Hopefully that helps you a little bit. Let's move on to... It did not, that's weird, it didn't draw. Doop 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 beep boo. Hi, hi, hi. Mooney FN. Boom, boom, boom. We still hashtag Alan, yes. It should be adding in there. Oh, that's nice. Good. Ice Cold Snake, I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Last week I asked how you stay motivated and not hitting videos. And this week you pulled my channel and said to keep going. That makes it worth it, honestly. Like, I don't know. We're in a time where like people just hate on people that give YouTube advice and they throw it in like this guru angle where, I don't know, like some people just say that like all I'm doing is just giving my perspective on what I think and people think I'm scamming and stuff like that. Not me personally, but that's just how people talk about it. And it's like, dude, I don't know. I'm just trying to help. That's all. Excuse me. So it's good to hear that. All right, I brought it up. Okay. Mooney Gaming. I like your banner. It's very cool. And you've got your other links there, which if you need, that's fine. That's funny. Games I play. That's kind of unique in a way that it makes me think AI didn't write that. Very cool. Cool. All right, I dig it. Let's see here. Best settings. Wait, that is like best settings. Okay. All right, let's just talk about that real quick. This background here. Best settings for season 3. I get. Does it matter for whatever season? I guess. Okay, maybe that's where I'm lost because with every season there's best settings. Is that what you're saying? Because it seems like the best controller settings for KBM. Sorry, it seems like you're niching down so much to a point where it's confusing, at least to me. Whereas just best controller settings would perform better, in my opinion. All secret locations in Fortnite Season 3. Why didn't that perform? That looks pretty good. This one seems like it should be blowing up. Somebody tell me why this isn't performing. This seems like it should be blowing up. You just experimented with the brightness and stuff. That does not. That's a mess. But this does look good. Because Shadow Bane, yeah. Thanks. Season 3, I mean, it could just be a bad video. Let's see. Well, there's a lot going on there that I wouldn't know where to look. So that could be it. If they were immediately going to show me...
Number 1. Let's go. You go down and break these blocks.
You know, I don't know, actually. I mean, it's more of a younger voice, but in this niche, I don't think that would matter. I wouldn't personally watch it when I hear a kid talking, but kids don't care about that stuff, and that's what kids watch. It does seem like it should be blown up, and maybe it just needs maybe you just need a little more consistency and this kind of stuff. That was only 2 weeks ago, so yeah. Yeah, I think you are really on the right track, seriously. These best settings ones are just a little cluttered. There's just too much going on there. The best settings in front of the settings with the little sparkly, whatever they call that. If you showed the settings alone and then like pointed out a setting or something like that, I feel like it would perform better. This thumbnail is better than that one, but it could stand to be simpler. This one seems great. What's the popular? What's the popular? Fortnite trailer reveal. Okay, so you're just kind of capitalizing on somebody else's stuff. Cool. Okay, well, hopefully that helps you a little bit. I mean, simplify the stuff that's like way too busy, but other than that, just keep up with it. The secret stuff, all the secret locations, I feel like that's a great format for you. And honestly, sometimes it just comes down to the fact that Fortnite, everybody does it. It sucks. I mean, sometimes I see some great Minecraft channels that just... Sorry, you're just one of a billion. Rye Guy Pup. Okie doke. Come on. One of a billion. I'm a Gorilla Tag YouTuber, although I love making videos. It's not top priority, but I do hope to become famous and make this my full-time job eventually. Okay, all this stuff you could probably not... Like, people don't need to know that. Like, Gorilla Tag YouTuber, cool. These thumbnails are solid. Like, they're simple. That's the first thing I look for is, are they too busy? This new Gorilla Tag horror mode is insane. I would show something a little more insane than just 2 people inside of maybe that's a ghost or something. Maybe the problem here is you need to be closer. Like, even, like, think about people scrolling through their phones and stuff, and they scroll past this insane thing. I don't know what makes it insane. It looks like 2 characters. If the person on the left is like a scary guy or something, he needs to be closer. I need that context. I need to be able to see what is happening in this image. It's so far away. This guy, it seems like it's your host, like your gorilla or whatever you'd call it. One sec. Big Scary is getting kind of scary. Part 2, playing Big Scary. All right, there's just not a whole lot of interesting stuff happening in these thumbnails. And then Xbox tutorial. You can play Gorilla Tag on Xbox tutorial. Obviously, there's a reason that did well. People want to know what that is. You didn't really follow up with like teaching. You kind of followed up with more of like a gamer entertainment YouTuber. And so I think like more of this right here is it will perform better on your channel, this type of content. Just because these 2, there's nothing really special about them. Okay. Still though, do we have to put Alan after every pick? No, it's all collected in there. I'm picking through 93 people right now. But I gotta stop closing YouTube. So many things open. Jackrabbit Max, is that the correct one? Yep. Video game guides, man. It's all games. Everybody just does games. Video game guides, gameplay, and help. Current title, The First Descendant. I'm not sure what that means. I think maybe it's what they're playing. Maybe not. I don't know now. The First Descendant. So they're playing. Oh, okay. That's how they. All right. So it did say current title Modern Warfare 3. All right. Just her name is Glay. Everyday Glay build and guide. Nice profile picture. A crap ton of rewards waiting. A crap ton of rewards waiting. Okay, so I guess my problem here is the text in the thumbnail is like you're kind of, some of it does restate the title, but that's not the problem. It's like covering up whatever you're trying to show. Nothing you're showing in the thumbnail is very interesting. And if you are showing something interesting, it's covered up by that text. This says perfection at what cost? Last dagger perfection. Let's just see what this is. Last dagger perfection. I don't know what this means, but okay. See this last dagger thing in the background? That's what you need to be showing. That's like, it's so dark and back there that nobody is going to visually recognize it, even if they play the first Descendant, because it's so dark. All they're gonna see is a rabbit, which it relates nothing to what you're doing. It's just like your mascot, which is totally fine. A lot of people do that if they use it as a VTuber type situation, or if they're super popular and then people connect it. But I just think you should be showing what will get people interested, and that last dagger thing is what they would like to be seeing, but it's like overlaid with stuff that you think is important. I'm sorry, that seemed mean, but perfection at what cost? You're not stating anything, more like this, the perfect weapon. Like you could just say this, the perfect weapon, and then in the title says the perfect weapon sucks, or the last dagger is overpowered, or something along those lines. Like, I don't know. It's just you're not taking much of a stance. It just doesn't seem like it's gonna get people curious. A crap ton of rewards waiting might, but maybe showing something rewarding. Everyday Clay build and guide. Okay. All right. I think you just need to focus on what you should be showing. Like this level thing in the background is the same situation. This really doesn't matter. Does level matter? I don't know. I would like to see it though. So just try to think. Are you trying to brand so heavy that you're covering up what's important about your videos? The answer is yes, by the way. Too much. Too much. Creator reality. I feel like I've heard of this channel before. Up, down. Still kicking. I always do too. Well, I try to. Bam, bum, 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 bum. Okay. Alright, we got a DaVinci teacher. Editing tutorials, content creator gear. Alright, so gear and tutorials. Editing. Creator tips, tricks, and gear. Okay, cool. Creator stuff. Creator stuff. This tool is powerful. Let's see. So if I were to like sorry, one second. If I were to want to learn how to use the planar tracker in DaVinci, I don't care that it's powerful. I want to see. Maybe you're not teaching how to use it. You're just talking about it. Or it's a review. Hold on. Maybe you are teaching. Show you how to use track and replace screen. Okay, so you're kind of showing how to use it. First of all, your thumbnail and your title say the same thing. This tool is powerful, and then the tracker is super powerful. So I think that there's more to explore here besides that. Thanks, Steve. This planar tracker thing, I think that the thumbnail is okay. I'm trying to think of like how you visually show a planar tracker that makes it like super. Sorry, one sec. Okay, you put this speedometer on this bike. You know, I probably would have thought like, how do I do? Okay, I can't remember what tracker it is. It's like it morphs, whatever. I took a logo and I had it on the left side of the thumbnail, and then on the right side I had a flag, and the logo was blowing in the wind with the flag. And then I had the arrow go over like that. That shows immediately like this is what this tracker does, right? And so how do you do that with the planar tracker? Like, how can you visually show what this thing is capable of besides pointing to a setting? That's what I would try to think of, okay? Now, what you're showing is totally fine because this is what people are seeing in DaVinci. They're seeing the planar tracker. I probably, like, as an editor, I probably would have brought it up bigger, like planar tracker. Like, it probably would have been, like, this size, right? And so you have a smaller arrow, but, like, people know what they're clicking. Yeah. This tool is powerful, is, like, that's your curiosity angle. I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong. Just as somebody that does something that's related to what you do, I'm trying to think of, like, what I would do. Reusable, customizable title backgrounds. That I would have changed to make it easily readable because it's kind of tough to read. Just anything usually with the negative space instead of a fill color is tough. It's real tough. It just looks like a bunch of lines. Move, dissolve easily. Best way to move DaVinci Resolve. Resolve to a new computer. That could have been shown with 2 computers and an arrow for sure. Fusion expressions, man, you're doing everything right. I was trying to think of like what else. Yeah, like how you showed Magic Mask. That's the kind of thing I'm thinking of. Like, this is awesome, dude. That is so cool, and it's no wonder that it's an outlier. Like, that is just like, oh, okay, I immediately understand what that is. Very, very cool. AI audio. Man, I think as long as you just keep this up, you're gonna have something special. Like, you've already got like a brand established, and this is totally fine. And because you do so much with DaVinci and have that logo in there, that's fine. That's not, hey, here's my logo to my business. It's like, no, he's taken an established logo because that's what the video is about, and then people connect that dot. That's okay. Yeah, so anyway, I would just keep it up, man. It seems like you're like right on the cusp of being Daniel Batal, or the next Daniel Batal. I only say that because I know he's a big DaVinci man. Since Filmora took a crap. Zooming in on the tool would help. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Verdict's voice. Okay, Verdict's voice. Let's see what this is. At the Verdict voice, we don't just tell true crime stories. Let's take a listen.
Years in prison for a crime he didn't commit.
Okay, dude, I totally judged. I'm so sorry. I judged you immediately thinking that this was going to be AI. And I think it was because of the profile picture. Like, it just kind of gave me AI vibes, but now that I'm looking, it doesn't. I would definitely use your face in it. I think that would be pretty cool. Like, because it seems like you're giving this I'm a professional, I know what I'm talking about type of thing. And so I think seeing the storyteller in there would be totally fine. At the Verdict voice, we don't just tell true crime stories, we get inside them. Okay, anyway, hopefully that helps you a little bit. I can't do much because you only got 2 shorts, but maybe that gave you enough to get going. I still think it's AI. It might be. Well, if so, not like it took me a whole lot of time. I'm hungry. Trippy collections. Yep, that's the one. Are you a fan of Hot Wheels? Oh, okay, I see. Fan of Hot Wheels / diecast cars. I think your style right now is kind of what's taking me out of it. This world of diecast collectibles thing, like it's all the glow that just makes me not feel that this is about Hot Wheels. Close up, like, dude, your shorts look great. The close-upness, the context that I'm getting, like, these are Hot Wheel cars, like, you're showing me that this is what this is about. But when I look at these images, everything seems so far away, and it seems like you're trying to show 1,000 different things in your thumbnails. Show one thing, and make it about that thing, and then you'll, like, watch the views come in. Seriously. And then there's a Call of Duty thing in there. Yeah, some of these are just, there's too many things. Like, that is so much stuff. Yeah, zoom in, show stuff close up, kind of focus on one thing, make like 3 words in it, and get back to me, okay? I think that'll help you a lot. I almost closed it again. I'm in that habit of closing. The Swedish car guy. Who's this? Never heard of this. Never heard of this person. Is it not going? Go. Sweden. Oh, that scared me. Okay, the Swedish car guy. This way. Dish car. Guy. Car reviews, car meets, car products. I'm just... What made you not want to put spaces in between these two? But only in that one. Just wondering. Weekly uploads every Sunday. Shorts also. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I got no problem with the top. Besides the spacing, it almost looks like AI did it. But anyway. Okay. Cool. Let's see what you got. 4.5 years back. Oh yeah. Yeah, AI definitely didn't do it then. Okay. Let me take a look at the popular ones first. Let's see why they did so well. Is this the perfect sleeper? Okay. Is it sleeper status? I like that one because it has, like, okay, it's simple. It's a car in the middle. It looks nice. It's like in a good setting. All of these are in really good settings, and you have the perfect car angle. I hate them because of the logo, but I digress. Yeah, everyone that you did like this performed really well. So let's see what you're doing now, or what you're doing differently. Lovely people, nice cars, most extreme. What's the most recent high performer? The Swedish car scene. Maybe that's because there's girl. Upvote because girl. Man, I think, man, there's just so much. I don't know what to tell you. You never know what's gonna work and what's not. I think it just comes down to what car is popular, like the popularity of the topic. What I would try, this says epic cars, as in there's multiple. If you could, I would try more of a list type video, just to maybe do like a couple that are of a list format. And it's like the top, yeah, like here, top 3 most underrated cars in Car X Drift Racing online. Okay, that's cool, but the emoji makes me think that this is not worth watching. The logo makes me think it's not worth watching, but I digress. Top 3 underrated drift cars. That's fine. Maybe showing the car would have probably done better. And this text doesn't need to be so massive. It's fine, but like you're filling out edge to edge here, and it's almost uncomfortable. So just something to keep in mind. The ones that perform really well are actually showing the car. And so if you do a top 10 list or whatever, I think that these might perform. I would try that. And maybe the top 3 drift wasn't a good topic. It could be anything. So just something to keep in mind. I hope this helps a little bit. This one's interesting. Some of these just seem like way too close. Everything just feels so crushed together. Like, let them breathe just a little bit. The popular ones in the past, they have a little more room around them. This one would have been great had the Sab meet Elma thing at the top not been so less. If it had better contrast over the white, it would have done really well. I think it would have looked better at least. Like, this contrast is fine except for sleep. Like, all these things are pushed right on the edge. It's uncomfortable. So caps lock channel titles thoughts. I didn't even think about it. You could try it to not do that and see if it helps. Like, but you know, these are not caps locked, so it is what it is. I didn't even notice, so that's my thought, I guess. It can seem like people are trying to. It can seem a little try hard, I guess. I always like to. I feel like we've already clicked this one, but I like to not do all caps because it adds. You can add dynamics to your title. So, like, you can accent words easier if some of them are lowercase, right? Because then you can capitalize, like, what words that are really, really important. And that's why I prefer to do that. To not do all capital. Sorry, we're at the end of the stream and my brain has stopped. Okay. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's do a couple more questions and we'll end it. Hashtag question, y'all. Hashtag question, y'all. Let me type it here. Hashtag question. Oh, there we go. Cool. This looks like cozy ambiance for gamers. Is it just ambiance or is it gameplay? Let's take a look. It is just ambiance. Dude, talk about knowing your niche. I don't know if, like, this is just one of those things, like, the niche is so niche that I don't know if I can give any advice on it. I think that your thumbnails are great. I think that your video links are perfect. You're showing all of these different songs and scenes and stuff. It's exactly what the best cozy ambiance channel should be. That's what this is. I've never heard of something like this. I assume it's all Animal Crossing, but I might be wrong. Happy home device. I gotta be honest, I think that you're doing everything right. You're even saying, like, it's ambiance, like, in the thumbnail. Your thumbnails might be a tiny bit busy with the backgrounds, but they are the scene. So I don't know. Like, this one is the best one in my opinion. What's the best one? 440. Yeah, I think it probably just depends on how popular a character is or how popular that song is or what people want to listen to. But honestly, I just stay consistent. This seems like something that a lot of people, once they find it, they'll love it. There was a Star Trek The Next Generation Enterprise, like, ambient noise that one person put up a long time ago, and then, like, suddenly it just started blowing up, and I could see that happening with this. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, let's get to questioning, and then we'll call it. So my voice is going. Let's get to questioning. Thanks for the help you provide. I will love to hear what you think. Thanks. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. I upload 4K movie clips. Does 4K make YouTube think I'm doing good content? Nope. That is a big old no. It doesn't make it think it's bad content either. It just doesn't matter. How can I recover my 8,000 subscriber viewership after not uploading for 8 months? I'd recommend starting to upload. That's how you recover that. And just keep doing it, you know? Stay on a schedule. You're overthinking it already. Just start uploading and you'll see some activity and you'll start to see new subscribers. Is there a psychological trick you always try to use in thumbnails? There's a lot of them. There's a lot. Yep. I can't think of like any particular one, but if I go through and I look at thumbnails, I could just like point it out, like here's what they're trying to do. Like showing something that needs explanation. Like for instance, look at this one. Ted is showing this like bear thing that looks like it's juggling. I don't know what that is. I have to click to understand what's going on. This guy, off 31 views, on 520,000 views. I see the button. I don't know what button that is. It's obviously in YouTube Studio. I have to click it to get 520,000, but he's not telling me what button it is in the thumbnail. I have to watch to figure out what button that is. Like these are just like, I don't know how to define that as one psychology trick. It's just a way to make people curious. All you gotta do is like hold back a little bit of information. What do you think of putting emojis in the title as a gaming creator? I think it's annoying, but I'm also 35. So take that however you should take that. Our videos are very fluid with little planning. Getting thumbs is always a last minute thing. Is it wrong to grab from footage or should the thumb be made solely in Photoshop? Vortex RC. Depends. Are you... I don't know what niche you are, but I always recommend that gaming channels use game footage about 90% of the time. But I will say that when it comes to entertainment channels or education channels coming up with video ideas, it is always a better benefit to think of what the thumbnail will look like first, because you have all these crazy ideas of what you think would look cool and what would get your attention. And the fact is, it will get other people's attention too. And so if you have the thumbnail first and you make the video idea around that, you already know it's going to catch people's attention. Guess what? It catches people's attention. That's just how it goes. And you don't have to make it in Photoshop. You can make it with whatever you want it. Make it MS Paint if you want to. Some people just use their phone. Bow, 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 bow. How can I recover my... I already answered, Dave. I already answered that one.
John Scott, I salute you.
How does one combine a Zamboni with guitar lessons? Wait, I mean, I want to take... Who coached John to become such an amazing guy? Aw. Not really a question, but you helped me with another thumbnail where you said to use best. So did that again, and that got really good views. That's great. That's great. Stop using your logo in your thumbnails, please. How far would clickbait video thumbnails take you, and at what point would the actual video matter more than the thumbnail? At the beginning, that's exactly where it matters. It matters... Clickbait videos won't take you far anyway. What video editing software do you recommend, please? I use Premiere, but I recommend DaVinci. You're awesome for this. Thanks for the value you bring to smaller creators. We'll definitely come back if you ever do this again. I do it every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. Okay, bye. That's it, y'all.
John Scott,
Thank you so much. Until next stream.